Who is Johnny Lynum? So I told you I'm from Lower Alabama, not the LA in California on the West Coast, but down south. Went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. Any Auburn fans in here today? There's always one. But no, it's always love. But graduated from University of Alabama with a degree in electrical engineering. Went off to the Air Force. Been doing that for a little bit over 17 and a half years now. Lieutenant Colonel there. Got a little bit over 2 years left and I can retire. And so all of this has been building up, and something that my wife and I, we started from buying our first rental property, 5521 Avenue K over in Inslee. We're buying that first property, 25,000, to now where we closed on 76 units in Montgomery last year in 2022. We partnered up with one of my coaching clients, who's going to be here today, Reggie, with that, and just continue to grow. I'm an acquisition officer by trade with the military. And work intelligence operations as well too. These days I do more management than anything, than get my hands dirty. But I have a diverse background doing a lot of things. At one point in my career, managed a $1.2 billion software development contract working with Raytheon out of Dallas, Texas. And just so that was my pivotal moment for me with seeing all the success and the ability and skill set that I had developed over time. But guess what? Anybody know what type of bonuses you get serving in the military when you save the government millions of dollars? Nothing. Exactly, nothing. So I was like, okay, hold on. I'm negotiating these contracts. I'm managing these contractors. I'm like, we picked up a couple rentals. I used my VA loan to pick up some foreclosures as we moved around different cities every couple years. And it's like, okay, we can do what these people are doing at HGTV. I manage contractors every day. I can manage contractors that's fixing a house. It's no different. Only thing is, it's my money instead of taxpayers' money. So, you know, the risk factor is a little bit higher there when you start playing with your money. And then especially when you start talking about private investors and where we are now with our company, we're raising private funds and being a great fiduciary of other people's money when you start doing deals. To the point now where we're doing 10 to 12 deals in Panama City virtually. I live in Northern Virginia, been there for about 2 years, and then we're still bound across the state of Alabama as well too, virtually. And so just being able to run two companies is a tremendous job. But had my beautiful wife, those who've been around, she had to leave early. But Melissa, she's the glue with all this. She keeps everything going. And then our beautiful family there, our kids there, Johnny, Mackenzie, and Jace. And that's why we do this. I'm all about family, about legacy, and building wealth and doing these deals for them. I'm a published author as well too. My book, Millionaire Real Estate Success Strategies, came out December 21. So that was something special during that time to be able to develop that and being able to have something that can help other people do what we're doing today. That was really the precursor for this, because I didn't never set out to write a book, to be coaching, to doing live events like this to help people. But I'm a true believer when you look at the subtitle for my book, what they forgot to teach you in school is that they don't teach this stuff that we're going to be talking about today in school anywhere. And I tell my story in my book about how when I left college and went and did my first job in the Air Force, I had to get a family member to sign my lease to get my first apartment because my credit was screwed up. I didn't know, I was just hanging out like, hey, I got a credit card and go, we can go get some Remy VSOP and get a couple beers and we go party and we're going to roll with the tide and do what we need to do. And so you really weren't thinking about making payments on time and things like that. But it was an area of growth, and I had to grow. I had to rebound from that. And fast forward where a good friend of mine 10 months later was like, hey, I found this duplex. I'm going to buy a side. You buy a side. When we leave here, we're going to rent it out. And he had the vision, but luckily I had got myself together, had learned, and I had sought out the information where my credit was in a place where I could use my VA loan and buy that property. And the rest is history. And so that's the reason why we're here today with all of that. Right now, our portfolio is a little bit over 10 million. We got another 20 unit under contract in Montgomery. We're closing in a couple weeks. That's going to bump that up, 110 units. And I'll tell y'all, I grew up running around barefoot dirt roads down in Grove Hill, and I promise you, if anybody can do it like me, every one of you sitting here can do it. You just got to make a decision, and you just got to start. And it always starts with that first house, that first deal, that first property, and from there, just continue to take action. And there's a couple other things too you mix with it that can get you there a whole lot faster. And we're going to talk about some of those things. Operation Restore is kind of our outward-facing company that helps homeowners, motivated sellers, that how we buy properties, how we help the community, Panama City, across the state of Alabama, and across the Southeast. REI Genius LLC. So that is my community. We launched a couple months ago. We did our first virtual event back in November, but this is here. This is today, teaching, getting out, helping people where they are with building strategies, wherever you are in your journey, with whether you have a lot of time and not a lot of money, or if you have a lot of money and don't have enough time, but helping you come up together with a strategy to build wealth and then accelerating that strategy. I don't want to say 10x it, but we're going to accelerate it to the point where you can go a whole lot faster than what you normally would be able to do, especially by yourself. And that's what it's all about, being able to freedom to enjoy life, whether it's traveling, whether it's going to volunteer at the nonprofit, whether it's building that legacy for yourself, for your family, for your church family, whatever it is that you want to do. It frees you up the time where you're not working, trading your time for money, where it's working 40, 50 hours a day just to get by, to make 70, 80, 90% of that money going to pay expenses, and then the rest that you're just going through and trying to do whatever you can with it, but being able to just operate and live at an even higher level. But that's me. That's my philosophy, what I stand on, and what we're doing.